Hi everyone, this is the project I worked on in the HCAP BMCC faculty seminar series, and it's entitled A Latinx Autoethnography. It is an assignment for my Spanish for Heritage Speakers course, Spanish 1. This is the first class that native speakers of Spanish take at Hunter as a requirement, and I've always felt that what we study in the text, which really reflects the experience of many of these students, was not fully reflected in the assignment. So I wanted to create something that was meaningful for them. So what I have done is the final project for uh, this course is an interview to either a family member or someone who has someone from a Spanish-speaking country who has migrated to the US. And last year they actually did this project without the scaffolding stages, and I felt like it wasn't enough. So this seminar gave me the opportunity to think through the the project more carefully. So the what I'm going to talk to you about is the stages first, the scaffolding project, then which platforms I used, and finally the submission, which I'm still not clear what format I will use. So the first thing I did on week 0 is ask students to use this Padlet to write where they were from or their family, and they chose to either select themselves if they were born in the US or in a Spanish-speaking country, or their family, their cultural heritage. And that gave way to a discussion in class when I put them in groups. Week 1, I gave them an assignment. It was an asynchronous assignment on the discussion board to answer 5 questions about themselves and their childhood, just to begin this subject, this topic, at the beginning of the semester. This is just one example of a student, and I replied, and we also discussed this in class. Week 3, they wrote a blog entry, a very short blog entry, because we read an article, Hispanic Identity in the US, and I asked them to reflect on their own family's experience as Latinx in the U.S., and also to compare it or contrast it with their lives in their country of origin. And they all wrote a blog entry. Week 5, this was an asynchronous assignment on Padlet, and students talked about what was their most valuable advice they received from either their parents, grandparents, or someone else in their family. Week 8, we had this asynchronous assignment after reading an excerpt from the book When I Was Puerto Rican by Esmeralda Santiago, and students recorded their experience, one experience that they miss from their country of origin or their parents' country of origin, through the memory of food, sound, scent, etc. Also, week 8, in class, we created breakout rooms, and students answer questions regarding how to eat a guayaba, a short excerpt from Esmeralda Santiago's book, in which they focus on cultural practices in the Spanish-speaking world and their own country. Week 11, we have not done this yet, but this is our next step. We're currently on week 9, and we will read poem Ballad of the Two Grandparents by Nicolas Guillen, and they will discuss the importance of cultural heritage in their own family. I did this assignment last semester, and this is an image from last assignment, and they talk about what it means to come from different cultural heritage or cultural roots, and just in general discuss their own experience. So week 12, we will focus on questions, the interview questions that we're going to use in our interview. And I will have a synchronous and an asynchronous assignment. The synchronous assignment during class, they will work in breakout rooms, brainstorming questions that they would like to ask. And then at home, they will have to select their chosen questions and just proceed to the interview after talking about best practices for this interview. Last semester, some of these students did incredible work, and like in this case, this student, this is a YouTube interview in which a student asked her mom, interviewed her mother, both from Cuba, and recorded it, uploaded it to YouTube. It was excellent work. Another student talked about crossing the border, how his father's experience was crucial, and it was a transformative experience to listen to her father talk about it, because she never discussed this in detail with him. And while some of these presentations last year were incredibly well done, others were less worked. They had been less prepared. So that's why I thought I needed to prepare this assignment in stages, so that when students get to week 12 to get to their interview, or week 13, they will be ready. Finally, this semester, I will not require a presentation in class. Instead, they are going to write an autoethnography with all the information they gathered during the semester, including the interview. But I do not know which platform I will use. I have maybe Blackboard, CUNY Commons, maybe WordPress, or I'm thinking of other platforms as well. And I received really great feedback and great ideas from this faculty seminar series, particularly the archive, creating an archival website or an archive of images. But I requested to teach this class next semester, the sequence. So these students I will have in Spanish too. And next semester in the fall, we will focus on the archival project. So we will add archival research to this autoethnography, and we will learn the history of the interviewee's country. That would be for Spanish 106. I'm currently teaching Spanish 105. And I want to thank you all. You guys are a great team, and thank you for the inspiration, like it says here. And it will definitely help me teach this course more effectively. Thank you.